Ready for a wild ride? We're diving deep into how AI and XR are going to make reality like totally customizable,
Yeah.
built just for you.
Oh, yeah. It's not sci-fi anymore. It's happening. There's this article, The Rise of Customized Reality, and it maps out how it's all coming together. AI, XR, the whole shebang.
So this custom reality thing, everyone's using AI now to turn speech into text. Like I talk, my phone types it out. But this article says that's just the beginning.
It's like AI's learning a whole new language, but instead of words, it's reality. First, it was speech to text. Now it's words to pictures, like those AI image generators, right?
Yeah, others are everywhere.
But it goes further. Words to pictures, then pictures to video, and eventually, boom, you step right into a full VR world.
So like those AI image things, but instead of a still pic, it's a whole world you can be in.
You got it. And it's all powered by the same tech, AI learning to create. But before we go too far, let's make sure we're all clear on the lingo. XR, VR, AR, what's what?
Yeah, good point. They all kind of blend together sometimes. Break it down for us.
Okay, so XR is like the big boss, extended reality, anything that messes with our perception of, like, what's real.
Okay.
Then you got VR, virtual reality. That's the headsets, the full-on digital world. You're in it.
Right.
And then AR, augmented reality. That adds digital stuff to the real world, what you actually see.
Oh, so like Pokemon Go.
Exactly. You see the Pokemon on your phone screen like they're right there in front of you. Now imagine that level of digital stuff. But instead of catching Pokemon, the whole world changes around you, just how you like it.
Okay, now we're talking. But how does the AI know what I like? It's not reading my mind, is it?
No, not mind reading. But it gets close. This article talks about gaze tracking and pupil dilation.
Hold up. You're saying just by looking at stuff, AI can figure out what I like?
It gets more complicated than that, but yeah, basically. Where your eyes go, how long you look, even how your pupils change size, it all tells AI what you find interesting or boring.
So it's like the AI is watching my eyes and changing the world based on what I react to. That's kind of cool, but also a little creepy, you know?
Oh, for sure. It's early days, but the potential is insane. Think about walking through a city and the buildings change style based on your taste, or your workspace rearranging itself to fit how you work best.
All in real time. Just from how I react without even thinking about it. Like a genie, reading my mind and making it happen.
That's the idea. A totally seamless loop between you and the tech. It's always adapting to what you want and need.
Yeah, it's like blurring the lines between real and fake, right?
Right.
But for me, the really wild part is how this could change, like, humanity itself. What does it mean for us?
Totally. That's what I want to get into. We talked about the cool factor, but how would this actually change our lives? Like, practically.
Okay, well, imagine education, right? Not the same old classroom for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
What if it was a totally dynamic experience? It adapts to how each student learns best.
Whoa.
Like struggling with a concept. The AI changes how it's presented, gives you more examples, even like throws in a VR field trip, to make it stick. No more bored kids zoning out in the back row because the pace is too slow or it just doesn't make sense to them. It's like having a personal tutor for every subject.
Right. And therapy, think about that. VR could make these safe spaces for people to, face their phobias, work on social skills, all with a virtual therapist guiding them.
Instead of just talking about your fears, you're actually facing them, but in this safe environment where you feel supported. That could be huge for so many people.
Huge. And the creative side of things, too. Imagine working with an AI that gets your artistic vision, It helps you bring it to life, whether it's music, design, even choreographing a dance.
That's like a brainstorming partner who's always on, always learning, always pushing you to try new stuff.
Yeah.
Like a muse, but one that speaks algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. And this article mentions platforms like probsolvio.com. They could be leading the way in this whole AI-assisted creativity thing.
Yeah, the article talked about probsolvio.com as a way to help people navigate this custom reality world. What's so special about it?
Well, it's the idea of an AI assistant, right? But it's not just solving problems for you. It's working with you, bringing its own ideas and perspectives to the table, like a real partner.
So it's not just giving me answers. It's helping me ask better questions, try different approaches, maybe even come up with solutions I'd never think of on my own.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that brainstorming buddy who's always up for a challenge, has all this knowledge at its fingertips, and even talks to you in a way that, makes sense for you.
So like a coach, a mentor, and a researcher all in one. But with all this AI shaping our world, are we going to lose something important about being human? You know what I mean?
I get it. It's a real concern. The more we depend on tech to curate our experiences, the more we got to remember The real world, with all its messiness, that's where we live and grow.
Right. It's not about ditching reality for some digital fantasy land. It's about finding that balance, using these tools to make life better, not escape from it.
You got it. It's realizing that technology is a tool, powerful, but it's on us to use it wisely. The future's not set in stone. We're shaping it. And that's exciting, but also kind of scary.
Feels like we're standing on the edge of something big here, huh? We have all these amazing tools, but it's up to us to decide what we do with them. What kind of future are we building with all this tech?
That's the question, isn't it? And there's no easy answer. But I think just talking about it, that's a good sign. It means we're starting to think about the ethics of it all, the risks, and the crazy opportunities that come with this level of, power.
It's not just about the tech itself, then. It's about our values, right?
Sure.
What we want to do with it. We're not just shaping reality, but ourselves too.
Exactly. And as we go deeper into this custom reality world, we can't forget technology is supposed to serve us, not the other way around, It's got to be about making our lives better, connecting with each other, solving the problems we face.
That's a good point. It's not about escaping reality or making some perfect digital world. It's about using these tools to make the real world better for everyone.
Yeah. And that starts with education, having open conversations, and being open to the unknown. It's about realizing that the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create.
Okay, so if our listeners are feeling inspired, maybe a little overwhelmed, and even a bit scared by all of this, what's the first step? Where do they go from here?
I think the most important thing is to stay curious, keep learning, keep exploring, and have those thoughtful conversations about this tech and what it could mean.
Don't just sit back and let it happen, right?
Yeah.
Dive in, ask questions, be part of the conversation shaping the future.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to try things out. There are already platforms out there like probsolvio.com. They give you a taste of this AI-assisted world, Creativity, problem solving.
Yeah.
You can experience firsthand how these tools can help you learn, create, and connect in totally new ways.
Sounds like a good place to start. We've covered a lot today, from the techie stuff to the bigger picture, philosophical side of this custom reality thing. As we wrap up, is there one big takeaway you want our listeners to think about?
Well, the reality we experience is becoming more and more flexible, shaped by what we do and how we interact with technology. It's exciting, it's scary, but it reminds us the future's not set. We're making it with every choice we make.
So as we step into this future where the real and the digital are blurring together, the question isn't just what kind of reality we want, but what kind of people we want to be.
That's a great way to put it. It's a question worth thinking about, talking about, and ultimately answering with our actions.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into custom reality. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and let's make this future a reality worth living in.